What's up, guys? Welcome to the Tuck Your Chin podcast, the fastest rising wrestling podcast in all of wrestling. So we're here joined by another big special guest from NYWC. Mr. Bam Sullivan is in the house.
Hello. Hello.
It's a pleasure talking to you, dude. This is gonna be a good one.
Always. Absolutely.
And then we have Miss Crackhead Erin eating Subway over here.
What's up? How you doing?
She's making a return from episode maybe 2. It's been a long 19 episodes, but she's back. And then we got Julian here.
Of course I'm here.
Yes. So let's
When am I never here?
People here chewing, that's me eating Subway, so if you guys get annoyed by that, oh well. Because I'm eating, so.
Subway gives me a bad... Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, let's just get into the Q&A. So I'll start with my first question. So what made you want to get into wrestling?
Is this for me?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You're the guest.
Man.
You're our special guest.
I never felt so special. Batista, Triple H, Vengeance, Hell in a Cell. That's when it happened for me.
That was easy. Julian, go for it, dude.
Oh, I can already tell this is going to be a very fun podcast, man.
Yeah.
All right. I guess what really did it for me, like my favorite match of all time, would probably be Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 25.
Fantastic match.
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you, Erin. We're good. Okay, let's keep going.
We're using video chat, which we usually never do, but
It's special.
for the sake of the video, why not? It's fun.
Yeah. I guess we'll do, what made you come up with the name Bam Sullivan?
Naming is really hard for me.
Uh-huh.
And everyone at my wrestling school, when I first joined, they used to call me Biff because they thought I looked like Biff Busick, who, if you're familiar, that's Oni Lorcan in NXT. So I really liked the name Biff. It grew on me, and I couldn't use it. So my trainer at the time, Stockade, actually pitched Bam. And so I dug it. And Sullivan, I mean, my first gimmick was very like Kevin Sullivan-esque, so I just took Sullivan, and Bam Sullivan which is what stuck. I got to be honest, I hate it, but it's me, so here I am.
Yeah, a cross between Kevin Sullivan and Bam Bam Bigelow.
Exactly, and Bam Bam Bigelow is awesome. So
yeah.
Julian, if you got a question, go for it, dude. We'll go back and forth. We'll let Erin ask him. Erin, you ask a question. It's your turn. Yeah. You're on the.
Yeah, we're all
deck.
asking questions.
This is gonna be
it's
good.
gonna be like the last episode. We talk about wrestling the first half, and then we talk about music the second half.
Hell yeah.
I'm cool with that. Hell yeah. I peeped the System of a Down poster in the back. Props.
Hell yeah.
Nobody can see that when they're watching. That's how they'll be like, okay. Who's your favorite person that you've met in wrestling? Like friend-wise or whatever.
Man, my favorite person I met in wrestling. You guys are all pointing in different directions.
We're gonna be like the fucking Brady Bunch over here.
Honestly, I gotta say Sami Zayn, man. Sami Zayn.
Really, Sammy?
Yep. Was this
Yeah,
when
Sammy. It was as Sammy. We had an Evolve clinic at our school at NYWC, and he came to do like an autograph meet and greet and stuff. And I walked over to him and I introduced myself, and I'm like, hey man, I'm sorry, I'm not actually buying anything, but I'm a student here, just wondering if you had any advice. And he gave me some really great advice, and it's not very often you meet people on that platform that are very down to earth. So I think Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn.
Nice.
I guess I'll go next. So, like, did you start at NYWC, or like, what was your first wrestling school?
It was NYWC.
It was?
I was working at GameStop at the time with my ex tag team partner, Boo, or David or Bo, however you know him from NYWC. And we were looking at schools on our phones, and we were stuck between VPW and NYWC, and I just thought NYWC had an awesome like production value. Everyone looked very professional, so it was a no-brainer. I called Shane like the next day.
That was like same with me. Like I train there too. Well, he doesn't really train that much because he's out there more. But it was a no-brainer for me too with NYWC. So.
Yeah, no, it was a given. Great production value. I mean, honestly, there's two really great schools on Long Island, NYWC and Creative Pro. So you can't go wrong either way.
Creative Pro.
Yes.
Repping them.
Yes.
Shout out to NYWC, VPW, and Creative Pro. If you're listening, subscribe.
Shout out.
Yeah. Julian, go ahead, dude.
I actually have to go get something real quick.
Oh.
One of you guys go.
Oh yeah,
I'll be right
go.
back.
Yeah, go for it. So, Erin, go for it.
What do you mean go first?
Wait, no, your turn for a question.
I don't know.
So I guess I asked Bear Bronson this. So, like, do you have any stress when you ever, like, go out in front of a crowd? Like, at first, when you first started? Or
forever. Yeah, forever. It never ends. Every time, you tend to be more comfortable, in front of crowds that you already have performed in front of, but it's always very nerve-wracking, very stressful. Always have to pee at the curtain. It's a common thing. You could piss 5 times in a day, but when you're at that curtain before your music hits, you have to pee. I don't know where it comes from. God bless, but yeah, no, it never ends. And I honestly hate the feeling. I don't like the feeling of anxiety, but it's a necessary evil to perform.
Yeah.
It never goes away for most people.
Necessary Evil by Motionless in White's awesome.
Plug Motionless in White.
Yeah, Motionless.
Erin has no idea what we're talking about.
If you're listening, subscribe. Great.
I like and subscribe.
Hell yeah. Julian, you want to go, Julian, or?
I gotta think of a good one.
Yeah, I'm trying. I have a whole list.
Well, I actually got a good one. I think we talked about this with Bronson actually. We talked about you talked about the best person you've met. Who is the worst person you've ever met?
Oh my God, are you insane? This is a business of smiling and shaking hands, man. Who's the worst person I ever met?
Wrestling-wise.
Shoot.
In wrestling, yeah, in wrestling. That's a tough one. Thankfully, most dudes are pretty cool. I kind of feel bad because he's dead, but the Rockin' Rebel was a huge asshole to me when I met him in Delaware. He big leagued me. He didn't even look at me. He gave me like the really fake, like bullshit, limpy hand. And he was just an asshole. I don't know. I guess when you do like one match on TV 30 years ago, you get this like, I don't know, entitlement personality. But I'm very easygoing. I'm very nice. And he's probably the worst person I ever met in wrestling. Rest in peace. Don't speak ill of the dead. Sorry.
Want me to tell mine? Mike,
go for it, dude. Let's go for it, bro.
Alright. So I mentioned, if for everyone that has watched last week's video, or we're taping this in separate times, so. But yeah, I talked with Bronson about this. The worst person I ever met. Do you remember Luther Reigns?
Yeah, of course, Luther Reigns. That was like 2005 WWE.
Yeah,
absolutely.
About like 4 years ago. My first ever indie event. It was for a place called WLW, which was Harley Race's company, and yeah, Luther was having a match against Trevor Murdoch, which the match absolutely sucked, and and they were main eventing, which also sucked. So I was like, oh, I remember him. He was in WWE. He was Kurt Angle's bodyguard? ? That guy's the biggest asshole I've ever met in my life. Not gonna lie.
When did he treat you poorly? Was it during the match, or was it like after the match, or?
It was like during intermission. Like they had like a big handful of matches, and they go to like an intermission so fans can meet the wrestlers and all that stuff, and then they do the last couple matches. So I walked up to Luther Reigns, and I had to be like 13, 14. I think, I can't remember, but I walk up to him, and I say, like, hey, can I get a picture? And he goes, get the fuck out of here, you asshole.
What? Why? What are you, the Antichrist?
Apparently, I don't know. I was trying to be nice, and like, some heels will do that, just like as the character, and like everyone. I talked to people around me. He was like, no, that's actually how he is in real life. He's an asshole. I was like, well, shit.
Yeah, no, there's a way to get heat that's a bit more creative than just telling a fan to fuck off. It's very lazy. If that's what he was trying to do, that's
yeah. I found out later on that he was not having a good day. So, yeah, that sucks.
Damn.
Yeah, really do be like that sometimes.
I feel like some people are just nice to me because I'm like a little girl. Like I'm like 16 or 17, so I feel like they just want to be nice to me because I'm like a little girl. Oh my god, it's so cute. I just baby faces. That's what I feel like.
Bam is frozen.
Is Bam still here?
Earth to Bam.
No cuts on this podcast. We're just going like uncut. So
yeah, uncut, uncensored.
Hell yeah. Let's just keep talking.
Like classic Monday Night Raw.
So yeah, MJF, funniest shit I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, oh my god, that's his character, right? Isn't he like a nice guy?
No,
like,
no,
like out of character. Or
no.
Like
we talked about this. Bronson actually talked about this. Like he was actually good friends with him, but like the way MJF is, like that's how he is in real life. Like it's not a character with MJF.
Yeah, that's him. He would like
him?
He would like flirt with waitresses and get their numbers. Like that's him.
Yeah.
He's like an asshole.
Yeah. And then I remember Mike telling the story about how when he met him, and man, it was funny. He goes like, "Are you gonna flip me off, or are you just gonna give me a dirty look?" And MJF just goes, "Just look at the fucking camera."
Let's get Bam back in this call. Nope. So let's keep talking. Yeah, fun stuff. This episode's going. This is actually the funnest episode so far of the Tuck Your Chin podcast, I think, because we're just fucking around. Calling Bam Sullivan.
That's what we do. That's what we do. And we lost Bam. If everyone that's wondering
what's going on,
we just lost Bam. Bam, I think, disconnected.
So we're getting Bam back. We're back. Technical difficulties, but everything's fine.
Beep, beep, beep.
Tuck your chin. Okay, let's do this.
Beep edit thing. Yeah.
We have some little music playing.
Yeah. Put some System of a Down in between.
Yeah. No copyright.
Oh, go for it, Erin. Your turn. Ask whatever you want.
Oh, she's eating.
I'll go. I have my list I wrote up.
So you have a shitload of questions.
Yeah, because
I have mine. I just made up one.
Go for it.
You just started doing death matches. How do you feel about that? How is it the death match world and all that stuff?
Oh man,
you do that stuff.
It's my favorite. I never liked it growing up. I mean, I never really cared for that kind of wrestling. But one day, Stockade introduced me to Matt Tremont, and he invited me down to his Subterranean Violence show, and I did my first death match with Jeff Cannonball.
Wow!
And I fell in love with it. It's awesome. It's the coolest thing, and people hate it, and I understand. But a lot of creativity goes into it, and it's still hard work, and you have to tell a story, and there's just this, I don't know, man, when you're bleeding and there's just glass everywhere and these fans are bloodthirsty animals, it's just, it's awesome.
The adrenaline.
Oh yeah, of course. Adrenaline to the max. I love it. I would do it every weekend if I could.
Did you get shut down by the New York State Athletic Commission yet? Or have you ever done a death match and got called off? Because Bronson did one and it got called off.
Yeah, it was against Grimm.
Yeah.
Bronson did one. A good friend of mine, Logan Black, I believe he also got shut down mid-match once. Thankfully, no, and that's because I do death matches in New Jersey.
Oh, yep,
and
perfect.
If anyone knows New Jersey, they know that New Jersey has no laws, and it's just a lawless Western out there. So you can do whatever you want.
Hell yeah. I guess I'll go. Who's your dream opponent? Either on TV or indies, legend, whatever you want. Go for it. You're the guest.
My dream opponent would probably be my biggest influence, which would be Mr. CM Punk. I have to say.
Oh shit!
Imagine you two in a death match.
That'd be awesome. That'd be super cool. He's probably my biggest influence.
Has he done death matches, CM Punk? On the indies?
He's done hardcore stuff. I don't know if it would constitute as a death match.
Yeah, because he did some stuff with CZW. Didn't he do stuff with CZW? No, it was ROH. It was ROH, yeah.
Yeah, I think he may have had.
I remember the documentary.
I think he had like a dog collar match, I believe.
Yeah, I remember. Raven.
You have one of those?
Yes, I did actually. Yeah, that was really very interesting. But yeah, Punk, CM Punk, all the way.
What matches have you not have? Because
I've never had a ladder match, which I would love to do.
Really?
Yeah, never had a ladder match.
Hey, talk
really
to Shane about it.
Well, imagine a death ladder match.
Oh my god, I would love it. My new thing now.
Ladder through glass.
Exactly. My new thing in 2020 is jumping off stuff. So if I can find tall things to jump off of, you can count me in.
Jump into a tank of piranha, superplex.
New Jack style, man.
Oh yeah, just minus killing people.
I mean, it's New Jersey.
Who even is New Jack? Like, I wanted to watch a documentary, but I never got to.
Someone, educator. He's like fucking insane. He was like...
Yeah, New Jack is like...
ECW legend. Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to be the big guy jumping off like the big balconies, like on guys. Guys are sitting up on tables, and he'll jump off a freaking balcony.
He almost killed a
balconies,
17-year-old.
Scaffolds, anything.
He almost killed a 17-year-old who lied about their age. But that was...
Yeah, he almost killed a bunch of people. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I might want to keep my mouth shut because who knows if he's watching this.
Or like just like...
I don't want him coming after me.
No, in wrestling, I think there was one accident where I think one of his opponents he was teaching him how to gig or something, and he cut like an artery in his head, and
Yikes.
Yeah, he's pretty notorious, that New Jack.
Yeah. Julian, go for it, dude. You're up. Whatever you want. Go with the flow.
Are you sure you want me to ask this one question that I've asked before?
Is it the overdrive? Just let it out.
Yep.
Just let it out.
What do you think of the... I'm curious, because... have you ever heard of the group New Legacy, Inc.?
No.
So, yeah, but they're Twitch streamers. They do, mostly wrestling-related stuff.
Okay.
And they have this running joke where the host, whose name's Johnny, and his favorite move is the overdrive.
Okay.
You've heard of the overdrive, right?
Yeah, is the overdrive where you grab one arm, you put the leg over the back of the guy's head, and you take a front bump, and he rotates?
Yep.
Yeah, I know that move.
What is your opinion on the overdrive?
My opinion on the overdrive is that it's one of many very silly things in pro wrestling that we pretend are devastating maneuvers.
Yeah.
In all actuality, is it any more ridiculous than throwing your opponent into the ropes and having him run back at you? I mean, it's all pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now, would you say, I asked Bronson the same question, now would you say a regular suplex is more effective than the overdrive as a finisher?
Course. Of course. When you think
it's more effective.
When you take a bump for an overdrive, you're just turning and landing on your back.
It's not even a big slam or anything. Yeah, his favorite faction is the Fortune 4 from TNA.
Wow, the Fortune. Right on, Fortune. That was those were treading in dark days at that time.
Yeah, it was AJ, James Storm, Bobby Roode, and Kazarian, I think.
Yeah, Kazarian, and it wasn't Dan. It was Dan. No, I don't think Daniels was a part of it at the time. I don't remember.
I think right after that is when Daniels and Kazarian started teaming up, but that was way before their team right now, SCU. But yeah. Fortune 4. Yeah.
Fortune 4.
Erin,
4 horse.
What do you got? What do you got?
What do I got?
Yeah.
I got a sandwich, man.
Now you see why she hasn't been on in a long time. Well, most of the time she forgets we're doing a podcast.
Oh yeah, because I sleep a lot, so.
Oh,
I woke up like 2 hours ago.
I woke up 4 hours ago.
That quarantine life, man. I get it.
Oh, it's so bad.
I get it.
It's I want to go back to work so bad.
I want to go to school. I want to go to wrestling, man. Like, damn.
That too, yeah.
Either way, I wouldn't be able to wrestle because I'm on the shelf.
Yeah.
Wait, don't you have a leg injury, Erin?
Yeah, my knee. I tore my ACL and my meniscus. But, like, the surgeon said the ACL was an old tear, which is weird. And I never felt it. I only felt it when I actually, like, was at training and I heard it. So it's really weird. I think I would be recovering right now because the surgery was scheduled for April 9th. And now you pushed it back to, like, May 21st because of coronavirus.
Oh, that's terrible.
I know.
Yeah.
Jesus, what'd you do to tear that?
I was doing, banderas.
Yeah.
Like the bandera drill, you like run and then you hop over. Yeah, I landed wrong on my leg, and I don't know how. Yeah, I got boosted, and I guess I went too high or something.
It's always the dumb shit. It's always the dumb stuff. You'll never get hurt doing a flip.
Like,
I
like landed, but then it went like. I thought it dislocated it because I'm like, no.
Jesus, man. Wrestling's dangerous, guys.
Don't try this at home.
I remember the first time I took a bump.
I didn't take it serious at first. I didn't know it was that bad, but then later on, I'm like, wait, this is kind of bad.
Yeah.
I was begging my parents to take me to get, like, an MRI, and they weren't taking it too seriously. But then, like, we saw it was a tear, and I'm like, oh, no.
Hey, Mike, have I ever told you about the first time I took a bump?
No, tell the story. Tell the Tuck Your Chin podcast and all the viewers listening. And
this was during a meet and greet at the WLW Training Center. Ric Flair was there with Harley Race, and I remember going out to Rick and Harley, and I said, like, man, I wonder how it feels to get slammed in the ring. And he goes, hey, Leland, his son, he goes, show this kid how it hurts. And so I remember we were in the ring, and I took a body slam. Holy crap! That was the worst pain I've ever felt in my life.
Then you didn't try to do it, right? The bumps aren't that bad. Did you breathe in? Did you, like, breathe? Like,
no, it knocked the wind out of me, because, like...
Yeah, that's why you gotta, like, breathe in, or something. No, you don't breathe in, you breathe out.
Breathe out. Breathe out.
Yeah, because, like,
breathe in.
Yeah, because, like, apparently, they have different types of rings, so, like, WLW is, like, good association with New Japan, and so one of the rings, like, I know the Japanese rings are a lot more stiffer, than American rings, and they had one stiff Japanese ring, and I thought, why not just go into a ring? I went into the Japanese ring. Yeah, they're not wrong when they say the Japanese rings are a lot more stiffer.
Did you tuck your chin?
It felt like I was taking, like, a bump on my living room floor. Like, that's
I took a body slam. It was really nice. It felt nice. I took one from Jaden Vallow during training.
Oh, my dude!
It was really nice. Yeah,
no one can see this, but I'm wearing Jaden Vallow's t-shirt because he's my favorite up and coming pro wrestler, Jaden Vallow.
Yeah, Jaden's amazing. Shout out to Jaden Vallow.
We're giving a lot of shout outs. I like it. We have to tag all these people, I think. Like Motionless, Jaden, NYWC, Creative Pro, all those people. Bear, yeah. So, like,
it feels weird calling him Bear.
Yeah. I rather, like, call them by their wrestler name.
We'll call him Bronson.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, like, I'm not sure if you answered this, Bam, already, but you might have. Did you answer your favorite match growing up, or was that Undertaker Shawn Michaels?
No,
that was me.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
My favorite match?
Yeah, it was, like, favorite wrestlers and the favorite match. So I'm not sure if they're, like, the same people that were in the match.
I mean, favorite match is, like... There's so many 5-star matches. I mean, you could go on. I mean, Shawn Michaels Taker is obviously one of them. I honestly love Kurt Angle, Rey Mysterio, SummerSlam 02. I love CM Punk, John Cena, Money in the Bank.
Yep.
Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, Halloween Havoc. Like,
I watched that.
There's so many great matches. I can't narrow it down to just one. But I can watch Cena Punk over and over again because the story was very intriguing to me, and they pulled it off beautifully.
Yep.
Yep. My favorite wrestler has always been Booker T.
The Shucky Ducky Quack
Really?
Quack.
Booker's really Booker deserves more.
Ducky, quack, quack.
What he gets credit for. I thought King Booker was like a fantastic heel gimmick. I hated him. I couldn't stand it.
I hated it. Yeah, I love that gimmick, and I, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people agree with this, he should have won the WWE Championship at WrestleMania.
Of course. Oh, absolutely. Of course.
He got screwed.
Yeah, no, Booker's a fantastic performer all around.
He's badass in WCW. I'm watching WCW like all over again, and like he's in the best.
His
of
stuff with Harlem Heat. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the best of 7 series with and they put on really good matches, and I think he's very underrated. I'd agree with you.
Not really underrated. I'd say underappreciated.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's fair.
Julian, go for it. If you want to ask, I'll go. I'll keep going if you want.
Yeah, you keep going, and then so we can, because most of my stuff is about music, but
yeah. Don't worry, we'll finish this wrestling conversation.
Yeah. Does Bam know about our other podcast? Actually,
hey,
the Moshcast.
I think I follow him on the Moshcast. I'm not sure. Do I?
I don't know. I don't think so. It doesn't ring a bell.
I'll give you a follow.
It's our heavy metal, rock and roll, punk rock podcast. That's what's
you guys
mostly
have another
about.
podcast.
And why am I not listening to this podcast? Send me add me on social medias. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do something again next week. You know, we might have Bronson on it, so why not have you on it? Because I know you're a punk rock guy. So
of course, dude. Metal and punk rock flow through my veins, man. Absolutely.
Hell, let's
I guess
do it.
Erin will be out for that episode.
Yeah.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I don't hate it though. I don't hate it.
Yeah, because seeing her because I've seen a couple of her TikTok videos that she posted on Instagram, and you can tell what type of music she listens to.
What do you mean by that?
I'm not insulting it. It's just not my type of music.
I listen to all varieties of music. Okay.
You know what? I'm the same way. I think all of us listen to a bunch of different
Country is like a slim little thing, but like everything else, it's like
Nickelback.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
If Today Was Your Last Day, I saw that.
That song is amazing. Oh my god, I remember listening to that song when I was like little.
Yeah.
And then I came
think
back
this is
to
where
my
we
head.
start
I was
losing
like, oh my
viewers
god, I
talking
forgot
about
about that song.
We'll bring them back. Don't worry, we'll keep this interview going.
Don't you guys ever get that? Like, you guys were like younger and you guys just jam out to like random music you hear, and then like it comes to your head like later on in the years, and you're like, oh my god, I want to listen to that again. And then you start listening to it
every time.
All
the time.
Guilty pleasures, man. I'm all about it.
Yeah, I don't really have guilty pleasures for me because like I don't really feel guilty about the music I listen to. So
I appreciate that.
So let's.
Why'd you laugh, Mike?
Because because not a lot of people are like guilty with their music they listen to. So.
Yeah, but I don't try to rub it in people's faces.
No, me neither. I'll just say that your music taste is trash and then move on. That's it. That's what I do.
Like at NYWC, everyone's theme songs are amazing. I love all their theme songs. I always jam out to everyone's songs, and I'm like,
good stuff. Good stuff. Like Dones. I love Dones music.
Yes, oh my god.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite
Big
show
action.
you attended? Like, have you attended like wrestling events before? So, like, what was your favorite
As a
event?
fan.
Yeah, as a fan, definitely.
I've only attended technically 2, to be honest.
Oh god.
Actually, no, I'm sorry, 3. I went to a Chris Candido memorial show in 2006. I was 13 years old, and
Rest in peace.
it was, yes, rest in peace, fantastic performer, and it was mind-blowing to me. It was like the craziest thing. I was so happy to be there. And then I saw SmackDown with ECW or WWE ECW a few years later. And then just before joining wrestling, I went to a VPW show. But that 2006 memorial show, like, we're talking, I'm pretty sure Raven was there. Raven was there, actually. I met him. He was a dick. So I met Raven. Sandman was there. Jake the Snake was supposed to be there. King Kong Bundy, Balls Mahoney, Daphne. The show was awesome. Trent Acid, rest in peace. That was probably the coolest show I ever went to.
Definitely. So what advice would you give people wanting to get into wrestling?
I always tell everyone the same thing. You gotta find the right school. Unfortunately, in professional wrestling, there are a lot of promoters that just want to take your money and will promise you the world, and you shouldn't listen to them. You should do your own research, find a school that has produced stars, find a trainer that is somewhat known or has a credentials to back up their training.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. You got to find a good school. Unfortunately, I've had associates of mine, and I follow them on social media, and I see the schools they go to, and I know what schools are trash, and they're just wasting their money. Unfortunately, they're getting worked. They're getting worked. It's a very carny business. So find a good school. Most
I
important.
didn't know people do that. That's trash.
It's terrible, and
it's
I could say in confidence that NYWC and Creative Pro are most definitely not like that. Very, very great school. But if you're going to a training academy and you're not learning your roles and you're not learning chain before you get in the ring, you're at the wrong school.
Yeah.
And the wrestlers that train you are full-on wrestlers, so then they train you for free. What gets better than that?
Yeah, exactly.
They don't get paid to train you. They do it from their heart because they love wrestling. So
yeah, of course.
That's what's good about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Find a good school.
So, what was the best advice someone gave you? Wrestling related. If anyone ever gave you advice, a legend at a meet and greet or something like that.
Yeah, probably Sami Zayn. He told me. He said wrestle everywhere. He said it doesn't matter where. He said if it's in a garage, if it's in someone's house, if it's in a basement, if it's a coliseum, he said just literally wrestle everywhere because exposure is the most important thing. If you can get one new face to see yours, then it's a win. So Sami Zayn with wrestling as often and anywhere that you can, just wrestle. Just get out there and wrestle everywhere.
Yeah. So what promotions do you want to wrestle at that you haven't already? Did you wrestle at Creative Pro before?
Creative Pro, no, that's 100% on my list. It's actually probably at almost the top of my list. I'd like to wrestle at Creative Pro. I know a lot of the guys there. It's a great, fantastic school. I would love to wrestle for CZW.
Yeah.
It's also a place that I've aspired to wrestle for you. And honestly, in Game Changer Wrestling, GCW, Game Changer, they're they're white hot right now, man. That place is exploding. And Creative Pro, GCW, and CZW right now. That in terms of a realistic goal, obviously the WWE or Impact or AEW, but in terms of right now, close to my environment, yeah, those three places.
Bam Sullivan
what
versus
about
Nick
MLW?
Gage? Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, of course, MLW. I mean, obviously they're out west.
They have a lot. Yeah, They have a lot of great talents over there. One of my favorites over there at MLW, I think I talked about this before, is a guy named Jordan Oliver. Super cool kid. He wrestled in a bunch of different New Jersey places like SWF.
Yeah, Jordan's fantastic, man. I've shared a few locker rooms with him. He's a fantastic athlete.
Yeah, and he wrestled with GTS and all those guys. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, no, he's awesome, dude, and he's actually very nice too. Yeah, he's a really cool dude and very, very talented.
Definitely.
He shot up big time, man. I remember he was wrestling for SWF, and then all of a sudden, just CZW took him in, and he exploded. Good for him.
Yeah.
Now he's in this crazy faction now in MLW, and it's incredible. I can definitely see him going places.
Oh, for sure, man. For sure. Yeah, no, he's a great dude. I'm happy for his success.
Two things. One, I want to see Bam Sullivan versus Nick Gage in a death match. Justin Quinn is probably watching this. Book it.
I want the king. Give me the king.
Yeah. That would be. I just want that to go on for hours. Please. Just
if I have the stamina, yeah.
How does Victoria feel?
If he has the stamina and he doesn't lose a lot of blood.
Yeah, no, Vicky does not like me doing death matches. She will support me until the day that I die. but she wishes that I didn't do them, and for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I like to see
Victoria's
you wrestle.
his girlfriend, by the way.
Yes.
She's a very nice person.
Yeah, I like to see you wrestle John Moxley in the death match because he's
Ooh.
on the indies now. So yeah,
Would love to, man. Dude, anytime, any place. I mean, I'm a lower level guy. My options are open. Please, Dean Ambrose or the fucking King Nick Gage. Yeah, count me in.
Give me a call. I'll be there.
Exactly.
I'll be there as well.
You know where to
I'll be
find me.
there too.
Social media. You got me.
Yeah, in the bio. Yeah, great.
I'll be scared to death for the both of you, but
Erin, you can be the referee. Yeah, you're trained. You can
Oh
be
my
the
God.
referee.
Yeah. You'll get the goggles, the gloves. You can do it.
Yeah. You gotta
Just don't go through anything. Watch
stand
out for the
there.
barbed wire ropes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hold the ladder.
Oh,
Hold the ladder.
the ladder.
Climb it, please.
I got you.
Don't drop it.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Are you okay?
So like, who are some people, like, your next few people you want to wrestle after this whole, like, virus has calmed down? Like, is there, like, a few people on your hit list? I guess I'll call it that.
Hit list. Wow.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, it is deathmatch, so it could be a kill list.
That's
Kill list.
yeah, that's true. Honestly, I would love a one-on-one with Jaden Vallow at NYWC.
Kill Mouse again, please.
I think we'd have good chemistry. Mouse, I've known for 13 years, and I'll kill him again.
I watched that
No
before we
problem.
went on live.
And
I was
Aiden?
laughing my ass off when he was yelling at you back because, like, you killed him. It was hilarious. Mouse,
Yeah, no,
fuck you.
I love Mouse. He's one of my best friends. We went to high school together. It's a long time. So
Yeah.
I don't know that. That's cute.
yeah, no, I actually beat Mouse for the Fusion Championship. Just putting it out there,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Brag.
Now, don't mean to brag.
Not trying to brag.
I popped for you.
Oh, dude, I was Fusion Champion for 28 days.
Oh, yeah. That's the best
Champion.
reign ever. The best reign ever.
Yeah, immediately.
I was there.
Jaden Vallow. Oh, good times. Yeah, I was also like 40 pounds heavier, and I could barely move, but it was great. Good times.
Oh, my God.
Do you, like, this is another fun one. Do you prefer wrestling at the Sportatorium, or did you prefer wrestling at, like, that little dock area in Freeport? Because I know you wrestled at both NYWC.
Oh, I love that place. What is
Yeah.
it called again?
Yeah, Tropics.
Yeah,
Tropics, I love
drove
Tropics.
past it in Driver's Ed. That's where, like, all the, it's by the ocean. It, like, has those boats over there and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I drove
Tropics is
there.
an awesome
Super
venue,
cool.
man. I love Tropics. They have the layout
Yeah. What, was it a bit,
and the roof that you can.
yeah. Go for it, my
Tropics-
bad.
Yeah, every show they have someone jump off.
At NYWC, we're very lucky, that we have a building and a concession stand, and the ring is always like, we're very fortunate. Most places aren't like that. You have to build the ring before training, and you're always in a different building. We're very lucky. We have a set building, and I always thought that NYWC was one of the coolest fucking places. I mean, we have the ECW brick wall as our entrance.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's
How is that
badass.
not amazing?
Yeah.
Like Tropics and Babylon are my two favorite shows to do, and it was so crazy when I started training. It was in the summer, so that's where they had the shows, and I went to them, and I was helping and stuff, and it felt so cool, like
It's
going
awesome.
back because I watched those shows as a fan, and now I was there, like doing
And
everything.
now you're there. Exactly. No, Babylon's great. My only complaint, though, is the low ceiling, but it forces you to be a bit creative and, work around it, so it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a bar at Tropics, and so I didn't know. I wasn't sure if you had to pay for drinks, so I went to get like a soda or something.
Uh-oh.
And I pulled out some money, and she gave me like a dirty ass look, and I was like, "What? I'm willing to pay you." She's like, "No, you don't have to pay." I'm like,
Okay.
"Well, okay then." Like one of the bartenders. I was
I've
like,
never gotten hooked up at Tropics, just FYI. So I'm a little upset, but
Tropics, if you're listening in,
I don't know
hook
what
them up.
they were like.
hook me up, man.
Hook him up, man. He's awesome.
I'll bleed for you and all your fans. Get me a beer.
Just
please.
tell me to grab something. Okay, I'll grab something for you.
All right.
yeah,
Like,
but they're gonna
she's your
ID you.
assistant.
Because I had to get water from all the guys, and I was like, "Ugh."
Oh yeah, I remember those days.
You got any other funny stories from NYWC, Erin? Because that was pretty good. You just popped in from nowhere.
Mhm.
Oh,
Do
okay.
I?
Yeah, let's see. Go for it. Whatever you got.
Like any funny indie wrestling stories you got,
I
Aaron?
don't know. The guys harass me a lot. I'm just kidding.
How is that
Yeah,
funny?
they just tease me a
Whoa!
lot. I get teased a lot, man.
Yeah, it's all in good fun.
I know, it's so funny though.
I'd like to see Erin and Bam team up as a tag team. I think
Let's do it. Let's do it. One of my biggest things right now, I'm dying to do some intergender matches. So, Erin, if you need a tag team partner, you know where to find me.
Are you okay with going through glass and landing on thumbtacks or going through fire?
At this point in my life, yes.
We'll start with Legos, and then we'll move on.
Perfect. Legos, yeah, Legos are horrible. They're worse than thumbtacks.
Then we'll start at thumbtacks.
Well, I don't know, because thumbtacks stick into you. Legos don't, but yeah, Legos are painful.
Trust me, the thumbtacks, it seems like a horrible thing, and don't get me wrong, it sucks. It sucks, but those jagged edges, man, those jagged edges of the Legos, it's brutal.
Oh my God.
Brutal.
Yeah, because I'm thinking of going to training once this whole thing is done, but yeah, just remember, I don't want to be a deathmatch guy. I'm terrified of those.
Dude, please join a wrestling school. Yeah, I mean, anyone who tells me that like they're kind of interested, just try it. The worst you could do is not like it. You know, give it a shot.
Yeah, maybe someday I'll run into you.
Yeah, man, dude, for sure. Like, I always encourage people. Nobody wants to be on their deathbed saying, "Oh man, I wish I would have tried." You know, just try.
If I get
was
into
the worst
it,
feeling in the world.
I want to definitely do it at Creative Pro. Definitely, I would do it at NYWC, but Creative Pro is literally down the road from me, and NYWC is like 20 minutes maybe. So,
dude, there's no bad blood, man. But both are fantastic schools.
Yeah,
I guarantee
like we have the show crew come and
show
stuff.
crew versus Erin, Bam, and Vic. Book it.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah, I get Victoria back on here. You gotta get Victoria back.
Yeah, my wrestling school's like 45 minutes away from me.
Oh,
but,
no.
That's the closest.
How long away?
That's how far NYWC was for me. 45 minutes, yeah.
That's like
it's like
a whole
15,
break.
20 for me.
So like, what's your goal? Is it like, if you were to choose one, would it be WWE or AEW, or do you just like either one?
Either one.
To kill someone.
Either one, yeah. If I can kill people, kill people on national television, then I'm in.
Would you keep the Bam Sullivan character in WWE if you had the choice to? Do you
Dude, they can send me a contract saying that my new gimmick is a fucking desk, and I will take it. I will take anything. I want to.
The turkey cutter. The gabagool maker.
The gabagool.
Yeah, you come out with the 2x6 because you
exactly. Yeah.
2x4.
Yeah. Heavily inspired by Hacksaw. 2x6.
So let's get into video games and music. So let's start with video games, I guess, because woohoo! What's your favorite video game, Ben?
Very enthusiastic move.
I have four. I have four that I'll play forever, and that's Skyrim, Dark Souls, Smash, and World of Warcraft. Those are my 4 games.
Wizard 101 on there too, because we can reason that.
Wizard 101 was the generation after mine, so sorry, but no.
I remember people playing that. I never played it though because I wasn't there.
Well, what else can we reason that?
What about you, Aaron? What video games do you like?
Don't say it. Aaron, if you say what I think you're gonna say, I'm gonna cry.
Okay, so I used to play.
Here it comes.
2K a lot. I suck.
Okay, not bad.
I played Fortnite.
Oh my God!
I know. It sucks. I suck. I don't play. And then,
I hate to mention this, but I just started playing that.
Guilty pleasure is Minecraft.
Yes.
Minecraft's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
I'll build the NYWC Sportatorium.
That's what I got.
Exactly. Any games that where you can be creative, like Animal Crossing New Horizons, I've been easily 100 hours in already. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Also,
Fortnite
WWE
Deathmatch.
Supercard I used to play. I used to play WWE Supercard. That game got me into wrestling at first. Like my friends were like, "Yeah, it's crazy." My friends were on the bus. I was on the bus with my guy friends, and they were playing it. And my friend AJ was like, play this game." And I'm like, "Okay, because it was very interesting because they were like fantasizing over it. They were playing it on the bus and stuff. So I got it and I started liking it and stuff. And then I watched Raw for the first time and I fell in love.
How long ago was that?
That was it. Like 5 years ago now. That was 2015. It's crazy.
Shit. Wow.
I got it. I'll actually share a quick fact.
And then in 2017, I fell in love with NYWC.
Hell yeah.
My first night of watching WWE, first segment, Seth Rollins betraying the Shield. Just gonna drop it there. First thing I saw.
Place to start. Place to start, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I started. I started with the Rollins,
the three
Dean,
of them,
and Roman rivalry.
Yep.
And oh my god, I loved it. I hated Seth. Seth was such a good heel. So I absolutely hated him, and I was like, "Oh, he's such a bad guy. He's such a bad guy." That was like so dumb. And I was like, Roman.
Yeah, see, I'm an old fart. The first match I ever watched was Kofi Kingston versus Chris Jericho at Night of Champions 2008 for the Intercontinental title. It was like right around the time HBK and Jericho were feuding. But yeah, that was my first match. And
okay. Do you still watch? My bad, Julian. Do you still watch WWE and AEW, Bam?
I've watched a few episodes of AEW. I try not to miss Raw, but I'd be lying if I said that I had that same energy that I did when I was 13, 14.
Yeah.
I try to keep up. I mean, in this day and age, we kind of consume media a bit differently now. It's hard for me to watch a program for 4 hours fucking straight, so I kind of pick and choose the segments I want to watch. But yeah, I keep up to date with current televised wrestling.
I just need to ask you, thoughts on The Fiend. Is it the best thing you've seen? Just the character? Or one of the best things?
Yeah, you.
It's awesome. Yeah, I love the Fiend character. I thought it was very well done. I think all of the vignettes of him and the Firefly Funhouse are fantastic. Is the best thing I've seen. I mean, that's high praise, but it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah, it was just I would never guess. Again, when I first started, it was the cult leader. And I would never guess, after injury, after he even did that, tag team with Matt Hardy, I would never guess he would come back as, this demon.
I forgot about that. Oh, my God.
Yeah, because it was,
the leaders of the world.
No.
The leaders of the world, yeah.
That was horrible.
I was the kind of fan. I was the kind of fan who was very disappointed with Bray Wyatt's booking for most of his career on TV. So I was very excited to see the Fiend gimmick. And the first time he came out with the Fiend entrance with his own face stretched over the lantern was fucking awesome.
Do you think they're gonna add people to the Funhouse, or is it just him? Because I think they're still doing stuff with it somehow.
They are, yeah.
I hope so.
He's feuding with Strowman, remember?
No, but do you think he's gonna add members to the Funhouse? Like
he did with the cult leader stuff?
Yeah, because it's Cult of Wyndham. Is it gonna be just him playing all these different characters, or is it gonna be a whole new family? Could it be?
I'd like to see a woman, him just snatch one of the women's wrestlers and
I know
do something creepy and then boom.
It was probably just internet rumors, to be honest with you, but I remember a year ago it was kind of floating around where Liv Morgan could possibly Sister Abigail.
Yeah, I was like, that's stupid.
I thought that was a great idea, and it never happened. So
her vignettes before she came back were dark, and I thought it was gonna be a horror character, and then they did that 1 week storyline of her being in love with Lana, and then they dropped that.
Ew, I hated that storyline with my whole heart. With literally everything I have, I hated that storyline. It's the worst thing ever.
I was not a fan.
And now Lana's busy doing TikTok dances.
Yeah,
she's not even good at them. None of them are.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not trying to be insensitive. I know the coronavirus is very serious, but I'm telling you right now, that TikTok made the coronavirus. Prove me wrong. Tell me their stocks didn't fly through the roof.
I'm not gonna deny. I personally don't understand it. I don't hate it, but I just don't understand it. Erin, educate us.
Erin, yes.
I want
tell us
to.
about
I
TikTok.
want to do it.
Okay. It's a very entertaining app where people just are very, very, very
Weird.
bored and they want a lot of clout and they want to be famous. But most of the users don't mean to get famous. You know, like Charli D'Amelio. She started dancing. Everyone loved it because she's a really good dancer. She didn't mean to get famous.
So
but
you're
she
a TikTok girl?
And there's a lot of very talented people, a lot of very funny people. There's some people that are just so stupid. And they don't know how to, like, you know, do social media. But, like, it's a very good app. It cures your boredom. Like, I get caught up in it, like, for, like, an hour, you know, or 3 hours. And then, like, I go back on Snapchat, reply to people, and I'm like, from, like, an hour ago, and I've been on TikTok for, like, an hour. I'm like, oh, my God. But it's very entertaining. Like, you'll get lost in it.
2 questions.
I swear. Download the app or something. Just look on the For You page. Like, you'll get a laugh or something.
Yeah. TikTok for me is like Vine with a couple extra minutes.
Yeah.
It's definitely it took the place. Yeah, Vine for sure.
And made it into shit.
It was so simple those days. So
Erin,
simple.
a few questions. One, are you a TikTok girl? Because if you are, we're gonna have a few problems.
No, I
Okay.
do it for fun. I just do it for fun.
Okay.
I'm not a TikTok girl.
2.
That's not who I want. That's not what I want to be when I'm older or something. Like, I just do it. I come up with ideas and I'll make a TikTok and see if people like it or not.
2, how do you spend 3 hours on TikTok? Because I go on TikTok for like 5 minutes and I get off.
They may be an exaggeration, but it's like an hour or something.
Yeah, but like even that, how?
I'll be honest.
I mainly go back and forth.
I've seen some funny TikToks.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be completely honest
too.
with you. I try not to be like the old man on the stoop. You know, like I try to accept the newer applications, and exactly because I don't want to be that bitter old person. Back in my day, you know, my MySpace was the best of it all. You know,
MySpace, good. Yeah, MySpace is still around, but nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, MySpace is still around in the sense that Greg the Hammer Valentine still wrestles.
Yeah, back in my days, they wasn't throwing it back in every fucking TikTok. That's
not gonna lie, there's this guy. Have you heard of anybody?
That dance is so stupid. I hate it.
Has anybody ever heard of Xavier Henry?
No.
No.
This guy, he's hilarious. That's the only TikTok person I'm okay with, but everyone else I don't get it.
Back to video games.
Please.
Who's got the TikTok for video games? This is fucking amazing, this
When did we
episode.
start talking? Oh my God.
Bam is just like one of us. And I appreciate it.
Yeah, our special guest, Bam Sullivan. We talk about death matches and TikTok.
Perfect.
Yes,
We're taking 2 worlds and combining them.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
One world we don't want to involve.
TikTok deathmatch wrestling is the newest thing.
Deathmatch is on TikTok. Let's make it happen.
Yes.
Oh God, yeah. I came up with this.
TikTok will probably ban that shit.
Yeah, Mike, you're gonna hate me for saying this. Imagine a Fortnite deathmatch.
No.
That'd be amazing. Instead of finding guns, it's like, oh, here's a barbed wire bat. Oh, here's a table.
Yeah, like there's thumbtacks inside the purple llama.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with it.
I need to do
Royale
that.
by a barbed wire bat.
Julian, say some of your favorite video games.
Yes, please. Well, I have really not been keeping up with the wrestling games because they have really sucked over the past couple of years. And they're actually not coming out with a new one this year, which is probably a good thing.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, I like all the Batman, Arkham video games.
Those are great.
I'm huge in like Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Definitely, dude.
Skate.
Ooh,
Skate 3 is awesome.
that was an OG game.
And not gonna lie, I have my PS2 with me, and mainly I used my PS2 just to play games I played when I was a kid. Like, I'm a Nickelodeon guy. I have like a bunch of Nickelodeon games, SpongeBob games. I have no shame.
No, dude, no shame at all, man. SpongeBob is the shit.
Yeah.
I'm cool with Nickelodeon.
SpongeBob Deathmatch.
Oh my God.
Krabby Patty filled with thumbtacks.
Oh yeah, man.
Fucking Squidward as the referee.
Patrick Canadian Destroyer.
Oh, dear.
What has this episode become?
it's
Patrick with the clothes on.
We're taking pop culture references and putting death matches in them.
Yeah, fucking Doodle Bob. Doodle Bob as the fucking referee. Bohemian on 1, Bohemian 2.
Oh my, Mike, what are your favorite video games?
I'm actually playing Batman Arkham Knight right now, and it's amazing, dude. It's so good.
I'm not even joking. Like, as we're speaking right now, I literally have that game paused.
How far are you in? I'm at the
I just figured out that actually no, I'm not even gonna say anything because I don't want to spoil anything for you.
I'm at the beginning, like, you know where Oracle gets kidnapped and you have to like find her.
That's literally the part I was on, but
yeah, sure.
Okay, I think we just spoiled it for some people.
5%. I'm 5% done. We'll go with that.
Next conversation, we're spoiling it for people.
GTA 5, one of the best stories I've ever played. I love playing all sports games. NHL, NBA, Madden.
NHL's good.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not a huge sports freak, honestly. I'll watch hockey every now and then because,
Yeah, me too. I'm like the same way. Like,
I'm from St. Louis, so
my everything.
See, I'm from St. Louis, and I love my Blues. The Blues are awesome, but...
Okay.
But... What, you got something to say?
No. I thought you meant like the music. Or did you mean the music? The Blues?
No. The St. Louis Blues, the hockey team. We're talking about hockey now.
Oh, my bad. I'm acting like Erin, coming in one ear, coming out the other ear.
God.
Did you just call me out?
No.
No.
What the hell's going on?
Music. Let's talk about music now.
Let's talk about fun stuff. Sports.
Okay, I just said we were going to talk about music, but now we're going to talk about sports. Cool.
Music. Bam, give us some of your favorite sports.
I only watch sports entertainment. I don't actually watch any sports.
Favorite sports?
Me too.
I applaud you, sir.
Yeah, I'm basically like the least manliest man on the planet. I don't really follow football.
He's a real man's man.
You do weightlifting. How is that? Like, what do you do?
Is he you're a bodybuilder?
What is it all about?
I do. Yes, I've been interested in fitness and bodybuilding for about 8 years now.
Wow. And Victoria too, like, you guys.
Yes, yeah. Vicky was always a health conscious person, but her words, I persuaded her to go to the gym, and she fell in love with it. So, yeah, we're both very avid lifters. Big lifter family we are.
High weights, high reps.
Both. We do typically we cycle, and we'll do periodization training. So we'll do a block of muscular hypertrophy, which is typically a higher rep range, and then we'll switch over to powerlifting and do some heavier weight, lower reps.
I fuck with that.
Oh, that's cool.
I usually go with the low weights, high reps, like 5 sets of 35 in 5-pound weights. Just develop pin.
What?
I mean, you'll sweat. I know that.
Doing a slow.
That's what you do, Mike?
Doing a slow walk, adding 2-pound weights on your elbows. You'll start to sweat eventually.
Yeah, you'll sweat a little bit. Get a nice sweat in.
Elbows?
I don't know, Erin. How's your fencing going, Erin? Tell us a story about fencing.
The season's been over. I have one more season next year, my senior year. It's a high school team.
Hey, you get to fucking graduate.
It's a very nice fencing team. My team is actually new. All the other schools have been doing it since like the late 1900s. So,
what?
And my team has been a team for like 4 years now. So that's age to like the other team. So we weren't totally welcome to the high school fencing world with all the other schools. Like, there's Half Hollow Hills, there's Brentwood, there's Comac,
sure.
Huntington, all those schools. And they're very, wealthy schools, too. So we're,
Levittown schools.
And we fenced in an elementary school because, all the other sports. So our school kind of treats our team like trash. Sure. So we're, kind of the poor team-ish. So, not as wealthy as the other ones. but we're building up. We're gaining respect. We're making friends, so it's good. Yeah.
Cool.
Can't wait till next season. But mine got cut off my last 2 meets because I got hurt, so that sucked.
Yeah.
I missed counties because of it, but I went there and I managed. I was so.
So how is a fencing match? You stab each other in the chest and stuff like that. Death match.
Okay, they're called weapons first. They're called weapons. No, as we call people call them swords. They're not freaking swords. For professional reasons, they're called a weapon. It's a very professional sport. So.
Sure.
And the blade is different types of blades and different target areas. So there's the epee, full body target. Then there's a foil. That's the one I used. They'll have buttons at the tip, so it would there's wires that connect to the blades, and everything's all wired up to a scoreboard and all that stuff, and it counts your touches. It's 5 touch bouts. And you gotta get the specific target area. For foil, it's only the chest area. And then for saber, it's head, it's chest and up. So, you go like that. Yeah, that's really it.
I'm very intrigued, Erin.
Touch bouts, and some are epee goes very slow because it's full body, so you're gonna watch your whole body. Foil can be kind of fast. It's the middle. And saber is very, very fast because you plunge at each other very fast. So, yeah. That's fencing for you. I know it's very complicated, but...
Yeah, very complicated. You're right.
Yep.
Julian, what are some of your favorite sports?
Fencing deathmatch.
I'd actually be down. Just make any sport a deathmatch, and I think Bam would be down for it.
Yes, that's a fact.
Oh, imagine a baseball deathmatch.
I mean, with the foil.
Yeah, baseball deathmatch, you have a...
Ball.
Wait, am I echoing?
A little bit, but you're good on my end. It's a slight echo.
You weren't as bad as we did with Matt. You're better now. You're not that bad.
Okay, good.
Go for it.
Okay, I'm sorry. The audio is still sounding a little weird to me, but fuck it. So I guess my favorite sports, again, I'm more of a sports entertainment person. Yeah, I mostly is professional wrestling. Every now and then I'll watch a UFC fight. Sometimes I watch hockey. I watched all of the last NHL season when the Blues were in the when we won the World Cup. I watched all of that. But other than that, nothing else.
Oh,
that's
fun
pretty much
stuff.
it.
Erin, that's your echo. That's not actually your echo this time, Julian. It's Erin.
Me?
Yeah, it was you. I looked at the chat. It was you. But you're good now. So, Look at that. I like all sports. Baseball, football, soccer, kinda. Bowling, not sure if you consider that a sport. Yeah, all that fun stuff. 24/7, 365, all that. So
I used to play soccer. I was bad.
Yeah, me too. I used to be a goalie.
I'd be like the goalie, and I'd just stand there and watch the ball just roll past me as I was a goalie.
So let's talk about. I think this is gonna be the longest conversation. So let's just talk about music. Bam, hit us with it.
Favorite artists.
Misfits, Rancid, Guar. There's a black metal band called Dissection that I'm a big fan of. I'm not a fan of their ideologies. They're very bad people, but they make very good music. In Flames is one of my favorite bands.
You seen Megadeth and Lamb of God this summer? Hopefully.
No, not a Megadeth fan. Definitely a Lamb of God fan. Absolutely.
Trivium?
When it comes to Megadeth, I was always kind of more of a Metallica guy.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm kind of in between. I like different songs, but yeah, mostly.
Dave Mustaine is extremely talented. But my favorite Metallica album is the only album where he's the guitarist on. So.
That was. I forgot which album that was. Was that the first album or second album?
First, yeah, Kill 'Em All.
Yeah, Kill 'Em All. It was Kill 'Em All.
So like I like some of those bands. My friend Vlad got me into the Misfits, Dropkick Murphys. He kind of introduced me to Bad Religion.
Oh fuck yeah, man! Oh, sorry. Yes,
no,
Bad Religion's awesome.
don't go for it, dude. We curse.
You can curse as much as you want, man.
Yeah, Bad Religion's fantastic, by the way. I'm a big punk dude. And, Misfits, Bad Religion, yeah, Rancid, Ramones, all that stuff.
Typo Negative kind of grew on me a little bit too.
Who did?
Typo Negative.
Oh, Peter Steele.
I think like their sound is just unique, and I fell in love with it.
They're goth metal for sure.
Oh, so I'm goth. Great,
it's unbelievable. Yeah, they opened. Yeah, they opened for Pantera because I remember this video of Peter, like brooming, like sweeping the stage as Pantera was playing their set.
That's awesome.
It was funny.
I guess I'll start with some of my. I'm not sure if you'll like these. They're not. Some of them are punk. Some of them are more like hardcore new punk.
New punk.
Well, like newer stuff. Not NU punk. Knocked Loose.
Rap punk. God help.
No. Knocked Loose. Motionless. Blink 182.
That's great, man. I love Blink 182.
Breaking Benjamin. 3 Days Grace.
Nickelback.
Chevelle.
Boo.
Who else? I Prevail. Tool. Definitely Tool. Their new shit just like boom.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Everything Tool. Deftones. They kind of grew on me during this whole quarantine.
Deftones. That's my girl's favorite band.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fun
Deftones
stuff.
great.
Get her on. Let's start talking about Deftones. That would be a good comment. We'll get you and Vic on the Moshcast. That might be a 2-in-1. That would be
something else.
And Erin would have to join in just to listen because she'll have no idea what we're talking about. Erin, what are some of your favorite hardcore bands?
Or any. Doesn't have to be bands. It could be any artist.
I don't know. I don't listen to screamo.
Oh,
That shit. No.
Don't
That's
call it
just-
that.
please don't.
I listen to like. He's a rapper. He's not like all the other rappers though. His name is NF. He's freaking amazing. He talks about life. He talks about like literally.
Okay.
He talks about deep shit, and I'm like, I love him a lot.
I can get down with NF. I'm
Yeah.
down with NF.
Hold on, I have a bunch of songs from like bands you might like. Hold on, I forget their name. I listen to.
Just give us your whole playlist, Erin. Might as well.
Misso, Des Rocks.
Death Rocks is good. Yeah.
Who else?
Nickelback.
Where are they? One song from Nickelback. That's it.
Every time we do this, we always end up talking about Nickelback.
Oh, I like Shinedown.
I like them as well.
Axing, Alexstria. Oh, Skillet. I like Skillet.
Wait, what'd you say? Axing Alex? What'd you say?
Asking Alexandria.
Asking Alexstria. The Violence. I love that song.
It's Asking Alexandria.
Whatever it is.
God, you're making metal fans cringe.
Yeah, that's really it.
Red's new album grew on me. The band Red, not the song. The Red by Chevelle. Red, just fucking killer. Shreds.
Lay down, the red is real. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot. Yeah. Do we really have to go through my long ass list again, dude?
Let's just. Bam's our guest.
What about
so,
Imagine Dragons? You guys like Imagine Dragons?
Imagination Dragons?
Imagine
Maybe?
Dragons, not Imagination. Oh, I like Congos.
I could play the
No.
Congos.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck you.
Exit
Fuck
Ambassadors,
you.
I listen to.
This might be the greatest Tucker Chin podcast episode ever.
Mike, look at me.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I see. Wait, Congos is a band?
Mhm.
Are they good? Bam.
Yeah.
Are they good or no?
I've never heard of them.
So we'll go with I don't know right now.
I don't know.
I have no idea who you just mentioned.
They're just like
music is very
songs.
subjective, but I don't know.
Let's keep on going, Erin. You probably got a lot more.
Yeah.
I forgot.
What kind of rappers do you listen to? Just curious.
As long as it's not Little, Da Baby, Lil Yachty.
In this moment, I like the Adrenalize. That's what got me to the song. You know, Dave, the technical guy from NYWC. He got me.
Dave Darnell.
Yeah, Dave. He put on that song, and I actually really liked it. So, because he was the one that took me to Tropics, I think, or was it the Babylon show?
Dave's
Something
awesome.
like that.
He's a huge asset.
So I was in his car, and he was blasting like all this rock music, and that one just stuck out to me. I was like, "Oh, who is that?" And then he started talking about them, and then I'm like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, Dave's cool,
It's
man.
fun.
Yeah, the
I love
Maria
Dave.
Brink show.
Yeah.
I guess I'll... Julian, go ahead, and then we'll ask opinions on bands for all of us. Just so we could have fun.
Or not just bands. We'll talk about just any artist of any genre, because that's what we did last time with Joey.
And we'll talk
Joey
about
D's.
life as well.
And shout out to Joey D's. We love you, brother. But yeah, I guess for me, it's like the first ever band I got into was Skillet, because I went to a Lutheran school, and like that was the main thing. Like I listened to a bunch of the Christian bands, like Skillet, Thousand for Crutch, Red, of course, We As Human, Under Oath when they were Christian. They are not Christian anymore.
But like they're still hard hitting as like Christian rock, you know.
Have you heard that last album? That's not Christian rock.
No.
But I loved the last album. But yeah, then after that, I started getting into more bands. Like the band that got me into metal was Korn. And then I started getting into bands like Disturbed and Slipknot. I became a new metal fan.
Yeah, new metal. Yeah, a lot of us folks, got into it that way.
Yeah, Drowning Pool, Seven Dust, Skin Dread, and a bunch of other bands. And then after that, I got into the alternative rock stuff like 3 Days Grace, Breaking Bench, Shinedown, Hailstorm, all those guys. And then after that came like, I went to Warped Tour for the first time in 2017, and I started getting into like the pop punk rock, like what the Warped Tour bands, like Pierce the Veil, Dance Gavin Dance, I Prevail, Attila, Motionless, Black Veil Brides. Black Veil Brides are one of my favorite bands of all time, and I'm not afraid to say it.
I've heard about them a lot.
Yeah. Hey, people can make fun of me all they want for liking Black Veil Brides, but they make good music. That's all that matters to me.
Hey man, they sell albums. People like them. Music is subjective, except for Nickelback. But besides Nickelback, all music is subjective.
One song. It's just one song.
One song.
I only like one Nickelback album, and that was Feed the Machine. Everything else, I can't.
I mean, their early stuff is actually very metal.
Like All the Right Reasons.
No, All the Right Reasons was not metal at all.
Side of a bullet.
Photograph.
Yes, the most heaviest
metal song. Like The State was good, Silver Side Up was good, and then after that it just all started sounding the same. And like if Craig was here,
we gotta introduce you to Craigery
right now.
We have to introduce you to Craigery, Bam. He's the funniest kid ever. His music tastes like, I'm not sure if you're listening to this stuff, like Hatebreed, Madball, Fit for an Autopsy.
I like Hatebreed. Hatebreed.
He's up there, dude.
Have you guys heard of the Insane Clown Posse?
I'm a huge ICP fan.
ICP. Whoop, whoop.
I mean, there's only one song I really know by them.
I know 2 of their songs, and they're freaking crazy.
Yeah, I've been to a couple of shows where, like, people, not actually ICP, but people that were associated, like, Twisted.
Yeah, Psychopathic Records people.
Yeah, like those people. And, like, yeah, I've met a bunch of the Juggalos. Juggalos are cool people.
Dude, I went to an ICP show at Mouse many years ago, and it was one of the coolest shows I've ever gone to.
Do they actually look like clowns?
Yeah, there were people in the crowd that were actually, they had the clown paint on. It was wild, and they sprayed Faygo everywhere. They're actually, I mean, contrary to their bad reputation, they're actually really good people. They're against domestic violence. They're against, violence against children. They hate cheaters and abusers.
Hey,
yeah, they're actually really good.
ICP's awesome, man. I love those guys.
Their music.
You would never know. You would never know. But yeah, they're actually pretty.
You never know. Yeah, like that's the funny thing about it is like you never know the actual people when you hear the music. You're like, oh my gosh, these people sound horrible. But then you meet them in real life. Like when I forgot what band it was. It was like some hardcore band.
Nickelback.
I don't remember their name, but yeah, like I hear their music. It was like, really, like these guys are about like violence and stuff like that. But then I meet them at a show, and it's like, wow, that's not the case at all.
Oh
They're
yeah,
actually super cool people.
Yeah.
But I guess like to go on with like I got talked about the Warped Tour bands, and then I started getting into like a little bit of rap because I saw Yellow Wolf live. Then I got into like people like Tech Nine, Chris Calico, like a bunch of the strange music people, and and then recently I got into more punk rock like Rancid, Misfits, all those guys, and then I got into black metal because of Behemoth.
I love black metal, dude. Absolutely.
Yeah. Certain black metal bands I don't really like. Like I'm not a huge Mayhem fan.
I like Mayhem. The thing is,
I like the story of Mayhem. I'm not a huge fan of the music. But.
Yeah, I have a conflicting relationship with Norwegian black metal because I like a lot of it, but they're all really bad people.
They are horrible.
They're very anti-Semitic, and they're violent, and they're homophobes. They're not very good people, but thankfully a lot of them actually like pretty much killed each other. So.
Yeah. For anybody that hasn't seen Lords of Chaos, that's the plot of the movie. Vard kills everyone.
That's a great. It's not really a documentary. It's like
it's a biopic.
Yeah, exactly. Because for sure, 100%. That's the right word. It's really good. It has Macaulay Culkin's brother is the lead role.
Yeah. Like I remember seeing the trailer. And I saw like Euronymous, and I was like, "Wait, is that Macaulay Culkin?" Like,
right? He looks exactly like him.
They literally look alike. It was like, oh my gosh, like he's a black metal dude. Yeah, I know a lot of black metal fans were very angry that Lords of Chaos was made.
Yeah, they were, and
because,
of course, there's
black
some
metal is a lot more underground. They're like more underground, and like they don't like outside forces and all that stuff. But
no, they're a bunch of pieces of shit, to be completely honest with you. But
yeah,
I enjoy their music. They're creative. They're creative.
Yeah, I only really like two black metal bands. No, three. It's Behemoth, Cradle of Filth. Actually, Cradle of Filth's more extreme black metal.
Yeah, I would say like definitely extreme metal. Yeah,
and Dimmy Borgir. Dimmy Borgir is great. Yeah, they're Dimmy Borgir. Yeah, they're black metal. Yeah, and like that's pretty much it. Everything else I'm not like super into. Like the old like like no. I can't.
Oh my god.
That was actually really good. You should consider joining a black metal band.
No, I'm good.
Like I like Behemoth.
I do have the paint for it. I could definitely paint my face and look like a black metal dude and do like the shrieks and stuff.
Dude, get the corpse paint on, man. What are you doing? Go to Norway.
Go to Norway, yeah, and kill people.
Exactly.
And burn churches. Yeah.
Exactly. Burn a church, kill a guy. It'll be good.
Praise Allah, 420.
Praise Allah.
Whoa. Okay, next.
You been reading the Quran, Mike?
Who knows,
Reading the Quran recently?
Nah.
That's funny.
I haven't been reading any of those good books recently. Like I like Behemoth, but they push like some of their live shows are fucking extreme. I'm like, this is insane. Like
they're awesome. Like that's what got me into them was their live shows. Because I opened for Slipknot, Volbeat, and Gojira.
Yeah,
Gojira's another one of my favorite metal bands. But
Gojira, I fuck with a lot. It's like Behemoth. The singer does some weird shit that I may not agree with, but I respect them.
Yeah,
they're incredible.
I like Behemoth. Blow Your Trumpet, Gabriel is a fantastic song.
Bars the Bell's my favorite by them.
Wolves
for sure
of Siberia is definitely mine. Just
yeah. That whole album, like their last album, I forgot what the name of it was. Wasn't it like God Equals Dog? Or no, that was the song of the album. I can't remember.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I definitely see them if they went on tour with Slipknot. I'm not sure if I would see them as a headliner, you know.
Yeah, it for Behemoth is a hit and miss thing for me, but
I got a question for you guys because I am actually a big fan of a band that apparently is the new Nickelback, and I had no idea.
Theory of a Dead Man?
Anyone listen to Ghost?
What?
I tried to. They're not bad.
I
don't think
fucking
it's
love Ghost.
I love Ghost. Ghosts are incredible. They're amazing live. They're amazing on the albums. I don't understand the hate.
Dude, I'm such a fan of Ghost that I actually created a new wrestling character that I will be debuting at some point.
That's
What?
inspired by Papa.
Inspired by one of the Nameless Ghouls. So this is actually the mask I had commissioned from Ophidian the Cobra. So unfortunately, there's no video on here, but this is I'll be this guy at some point.
You know, people, I'll screenshot that. Hold on up. Hold that up. I'll screenshot it. Smile with it. I'll put that as the new Tucker Chin podcast logo.
Oh my god. Hey guys.
Oh god.
I think I got it.
God, Emma. I got my tongue.
Okay, I got it, I think. Who
Oh,
knows?
that's a chunky boy right there.
Let me check my photos and see if we got it. If we did, forget about it. Come on, phone, you stupid.
Can you guys see my dog?
Yes, I see your dog.
I think I may have gotten it. Okay, we're good. We're
Perfect.
good.
It's a little sneak preview. When I actually debut it, I'm gonna be anonymous. So.
Oh.
Is it gonna be for one WC or like another promotion?
Whatever promotion allows me to wear it. I understand it's kind of offensive a little bit, but hopefully I might. I'll talk to Shane. I'll see. Shane will be cool.
Be like wear it to an event at a church. Praise God.
Yeah, I actually thought about wearing it as like my mask because with the coronavirus, I figured I'd walk around.
Oh, hell
Oh,
yeah,
God.
dude. Hell yeah, dude. Be like, I don't know. I really don't know.
But yeah, Ghost. If anyone hasn't listened to Ghost,
Do it.
they're fantastic.
They're probably better than Theory of a Dead Man, so maybe I'll like them because Theory of a Dead Man is the worst thing I've ever heard in my fucking
They
life.
suck ass.
So what are you, Ghost Sullivan, or like what's the character name?
I have no idea.
Ghost
Dude,
Sullivan.
I have such a mental creative block. It has no relation to the Bam Sullivan character at all, and I don't know. I get very inspired, and then I write a whole story and a backstory and lore and everything. And
Fallen angel from heaven crash landed on Earth.
I'll get there
No,
somewhere.
Christopher Daniels is the
Shout
fallen
out
angel.
Supernatural.
Supernatural.
My favorite show.
That's a good show.
I love that show. Oh my god.
What else? What's like the most recent concert you've been to? Bam.
The last band I saw was Ghost, and
Who opened? Like, did they have a good opener or no?
they had a great opener. I don't remember their name though. They were actually really fucking good. Ghost was the last band I saw live. I've probably seen the Misfits more than any other band I've seen live. I've been to a lot of concerts.
Did you see them at MSG? The last show?
Who, Ghost?
No, Misfits.
No. I would love to.
With Danzig.
I would love to see the OG Misfits. Honestly, I think the current iteration of the Misfits is pretty bad. I would love to see the OG Misfits, but it's not punk rock, man, to charge $200 for a ticket. So no.
Oh, so they're worse than Tool. Is it like $200 to see nothing?
Dude, it's horrible, man. Dude, punk rock, we're poor. Fuck you, Jerry Only. I'm not paying you $200.
As I said, fuck you, Maynard. I'm not paying you $100 to see nothing. And I love you. And I
Wait a
love you.
minute. Isn't Danzig back with the Misfits?
When they do their OG tours, yeah, it's Doyle, Jerry Only, and Danzig. Both. Yeah.
I need to see that show.
It's stacked. I can't dish out the money. Can't do it.
Yeah, unless they're headlining like a festival or something like that, then yeah.
A festival is different. I'll pay for
it. With $200, you can go to like 5 Jones Beach concerts.
Dude, it's
I've been to those.
It's
I've been to
abuse,
those.
man. It's abuse. It's
Those are my
capitalist
parents,
garbage.
Don't make me go.
Who
And
did
I'm
you
just
see
like,
at Jones Beach? Erin? Because there's 3 Long Islanders here, and then there's a.
I forget.
There's a Missouri in here. I don't know anything you're talking about.
I literally forget.
It's an amphitheater. It's like on the water.
I think it was like the Who, or.
Oh my.
It's not like the Who, but like. Like copy bands, like the bands that do like covers.
A cover band.
Cover bands, that's what I've seen. I think Michael Jackson cover person. Yeah.
At Jones Beach
we got the
Amphitheater?
light-up gloves. I got the light-up gloves. I went with my friend and my parents, and we just bullshitted there. It was fun. I mean, I don't know.
That's a real hard artist to cover. Jesus Christ.
Very hard.
Yeah.
Especially with like the dancing as well.
Yeah.
Actually, what do you think is more difficult, imitating the voice or imitating like the dancing?
Dancing, you probably
the
can
dancing
get
you
down,
could
but like
do?
the voice, like your voice is something you have to like
Yeah.
train for a long time.
Definitely.
So probably the voice.
And it's at the same time. That's like super talented.
Yeah, you gotta do I forgot the name of the move. Where you like you hurt your nuts down there. You do like the split that he does like on some. Doesn't he do splits?
I don't think he.
Michael never did the splits, dude.
There's some guy that did it on Leo Rush's live. And it was like it's like he just did it casually and didn't even react to it. And he was doing Michael Jackson, and he was doing like the dance with the glove and everything, and he did the split, and I was like, ow, and it didn't even faze him.
I don't have that. I'm not Rob Van Dam. I can't do that.
So what concerts have you seen?
If I do it, I won't. If I do it, someone will have to help me get up.
Yeah, I've fallen and I can't get up. Really do be like that. So what concerts have you seen at Jones Beach, Bam? I'm not sure if you've seen any there. Or
0. I've seen 0 bands at Jones Beach,
What?
and I know that's like a sacrilegious thing for Long Islanders, but I unfortunately missed an opportunity to see Slipknot at the Jones Beach Amphitheater. It's one of those bands I've always wanted to see. They were like one of the first metal bands I ever liked as a kid. So
They're so good live.
yeah, I like to see them before Corey's vocal cords finally just like deteriorate.
Oh, don't.
He goes back to fucking Stone Sour Corey. He had to sing as like Stone Sour Corey at a Slipknot show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with Stone Sour, but if I'm paying to see Slipknot, I want to see Slipknot. And now with the coronavirus shit, who even knows when we're gonna even be allowed to have concerts, and whatnot.
Yeah, I saw my first concert, Breaking Benjamin. I was gonna go to Foo Fighters at 2017, maybe. Well, yeah, sure, we'll go with 2017, and we just didn't go. They like overpriced their tickets, I think, and Jones Beach is never overpriced, but besides like Backstreet Boys, that's about it.
I think the concert I went to, I went to like 2. It wasn't like a concert. It was like those free ones where it's like.
So
you sit in a
not
chair
Jones
and
Beach.
stuff, and you enjoy the view, and you go to the beach, and they sing for you. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the part where I ask Bam, do you have any questions for us?
Yeah.
Go for it.
What do you guys like to see from wrestling? Like, what intrigues you about pro wrestling? What is it?
Go for it, Julian. I'm not sure if I'm pointing at you at someone else's screen or
You're pointing at Erin on my screen.
I'm pointing at you. Guy with the I Prevail shirt.
You're
Go for
really
it.
pointing at nothing. Oh my
The guy with the I Prevail shirt and this weird looking hat. But yeah. What really intrigues me about wrestling is just like, for me, it's always been about like both the storytelling and the good matches. Like oh man, it's kind of hard to describe it. Like when I was like younger and like first getting into wrestling, like I didn't care like if it was good or bad. Then like around 2016 or 17, I started becoming a big wrestling mark and criticizing a lot of the matches. It's like, okay, I'll get, and then like trusting Dave Meltzer, who's a piece of shit. But
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, it's always been about like good storytelling, good characters, And for me with wrestling, it's like if you don't have good chemistry in the ring, it's just not going to work.
Oh yeah.
Like when I saw like Murdoch and Reigns in that god awful match, like I could tell there was like absolutely no chemistry because I could tell they'd never worked together. So like,
yeah, no, I appreciate your response because I too appreciate the storytelling and the chemistry is important, man. Not to segue, but I had one of the worst matches in my career in 2016. You can actually find it on YouTube, which really angers me. It shouldn't be on the internet at all, but it was against this guy named Raksha 666.
Oh my God, I know who that is.
Very weird name, but he was actually a replacement. I was supposed to wrestle this guy JT Kaysen, who's an NYWC guy.
Oh, and
Kaysen, and he couldn't make the show, so the promoter brought in this guy Raksha, and he came in and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna make you guys look so good." It just blah 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 blah. We called the whole match. We get in the ring, the bell rings. And this motherfucker forgot the entire match. It didn't just forget the match. I don't even think he knew where he was. To be completely honest with you, the match is horrible. We had no chemistry. It was awkward as shit. I could feel the awkwardness from the crowd. Like, chemistry is really important. Sometimes you have two really good wrestlers that just don't have chemistry. You know, it happens.
Yeah, it happens. It happens more than a lot of people seem to realize. And so, but that's why I always appreciate matches with like HBK and Undertaker, Cena and Orton, Edge and Orton, like these people that have been a part of the wrestling scene for a long time and know each other. It's just chemistry is a big deal with professional wrestling, and
it is. Yeah, it is. Especially because you have two guys going in there, and there's a level of telepathic communication where we kind of you have to kind of know what your opponent's thinking, and sometimes it just doesn't match. It happens. It happens.
I guess so. I love storytelling. I just love those matches where you just gotta stand up for it, old Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn matches on the Indies.
Oh my God, yeah.
But it was Kevin Steen and El Generico.
Yeah, but I love all wrestling. I'm not any of these AEW guys, fans who are oh, WWE sucks. Just appreciate that all these companies are out there, because if there was none, you wouldn't fall in love with it, So just appreciate it.
Yeah, no, dude, you hit the nail on the head, man. Storytelling is so important. You can take a mediocre match and give it an amazing story, and then it's an amazing match, even though it might not fundamentally be this crazy match, but the story, John Cena, CM Punk, if you go back and watch that match, there's nothing necessarily high risk or very exciting or crazy about it, but the story was so integral. You wanted to see this anti-hero dethrone the jock. It was, storytelling is very important.
Erin, let's see what you got.
Okay, so I love storytelling too, but I'd love it just two really talented wrestlers just go at it. Whether they have those random pop-up matches, no storyline, no nothing. They just have two really good wrestlers just face each other and they put on a 5-star match. I love those times where they just
those are great. Yeah, especially when it's baby.
I just love just wrestling in general. It's like magic, watching magic unfold and just watching them give it their all and do whatever they can to beat each other, and it's just so great. And it honestly saved me, because I don't know what else I'd be doing right now. I literally was I was dumb back then. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know what I wanted to be in my life. I didn't know who I was. I don't think. I was just there, and I didn't have any passion to do anything. I didn't have future plans. I didn't have what I want to do in the future, and then wrestling just saved me from being nothing, trash on the street or something. So I'm just really thankful for it popping up in my life.
Always be appreciative of the fact that you have a passion, because a lot of people don't have passions, and it's right. Sometimes you're lucky to have a passion. Some people just never discover theirs. So we're very lucky people.
Yeah. If you got any more, you go ahead. If you don't, we'll just do our outros. This was a very solid episode. Definitely.
Very good episode.
I had a great time. I didn't even realize that almost 2 hours flew by. I had a great time.
Is it 2 hours? I think it is.
Almost. I think like 7:25 we started, 7:20ish.
Yeah.
Because like you cut out at some point. We had technical difficulties, and then this was a really, really fun episode, guys.
Definitely. Erin, it was great having you back.
Yes,
After a long time.
Yes, sir.
Bam, it was really fun talking to you, dude. Like, first time, I had to look you up, dude. You're a fucking badass, dude.
You guys better thank me for this podcast. So.
I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, Erin.
I might come to NYWC, see an event where you're at, dude. We have to do that tuck your chin photo, I think.
What's the photo?
Oh, me, you and Erin. The tuck your chin crew,
Dude, I'm very appreciative, guys. Shout out to NYWC. If you guys like wrestling, support indie wrestling.
Yeah.
All those guys all those guys that you see on TV. They started in front of 5, 10, 20 people. So
yeah,
support indie wrestling.
Yeah, Bam. If you want to say anything to the fans watching, any shout outs?
Tell them what you're doing. It's your outro, man. Here you go.
Anyone you want or whatever.
Tell them where to find you.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for listening, for watching, for engaging. My social medias at Bam Sullivan across the board, whether it's Twitch or YouTube or Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. You want to follow me? Hopefully when everything blows over, we can all go back to enjoying professional wrestling because it's one of the coolest things in the world. And I'm looking forward. Hopefully I'll be back, guys. Thank you.
Erin, go for it. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, thanks for watching, and just be safe, with all this corona going around and stuff, It's dangerous out there right now. So, just be safe, and my ads are just at wrestling, so on Instagram. Yeah.
Erin, no, Julian, show Bam. You gotta do it.
Well, before I do my outro, I just gotta say, you gotta go follow this guy. We're trying to get this Instagram account big. Go follow Mike Shift Spam. It is, it's incredible. It's hilarious. Go follow my friend, man.
It's the dumbest thing ever. I have a photo with a dead fish, like that, pointing at it. I'm like, yo, my guy, at a supermarket. It's the dumbest thing ever.
What?
You got my follow.
Stu, the Stu Leonard's in Farmingdale? Erin?
What?
Okay.
Stu Leonard's?
Yes, I love Stu Leonard.
Yes. So at the seafood place, there was this fish that's like eyes were like popping out. So I was like, you know what? Let me get a picture with it. And I took a picture with it, and it was dead. And I made it a meme. My uncle was like, get closer.
I regret plugging the account.
I had to tell go for it, dude. You're outro.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you all for watching or listening to the Tuck Your Chin podcast. Mr. Bam Sullivan, thank you so much for joining us. Hope to have you on again at some point. Erin, thank you for coming back after a while. And Mike, it's good seeing you again. And keep supporting the Tuck Your Chin podcast. Go support the Moshcast, our heavy metal podcast. Go follow me at Julian Purnell _HOH Hounds of Hell. And as always, I gotta do it. Every single time I gotta do it. Thank you.
What the fuck?
And then for me, I guess thank you guys for watching. That like button, subscribe, comment, follow Bam. We might actually get Bam on the Moshcast. We may have to introduce him to Craig. I think it's gonna happen. But yeah, keep tucking your chin, keep moshing, keep doing all that stuff. Stay safe, wash your hands, wash your face. Don't
wash your ass.
Cute.
Yeah, wash your ass. Who said that? Was that
That was Erin.
Oh, I thought that was Bam that said that.
Wash your ass.
Just saying.
Hey,
that's a fucking PSA. Yeah.
Don't eat bats. Don't eat snakes. Any of that fun stuff.
Yeah, no.
Avoid the wet markets. All right.
Turn vegetarian.
Yeah. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching.